If someone asks you about your weekend plans, ¿qué vas a hacer este fin de? Do you think you can answer that in Spanish? Well, if the answer to that is yes, that's wonderful, genial. And if you're still doubtful and confused about how to answer this, don't worry, you have us here. Hola a todos, welcome back to Español con Churros, the podcast where real Spanish meets real life. I'm Saumya, your certified Spanish teacher and examiner, and this is episode 4. In today's episode, we'll be stepping out of the present tense into the future one. And that's why this is gonna be one of our biggest episodes yet. Let me give you a quick recap of where we have been so far. Episode 1, the school. Episode 2, the cafe. Episode 3, the family. And today, the episode 4, where we make plans. Weekend plans in Spanish. Using a structure that's going to unlock hundreds of sentences for you instantly. If you're new today, bienvenido, bienvenida. This episode works completely on its own. But when you are done, I strongly encourage you to go back to episode 1, 2, and 3. They build a foundation that makes today's grammar feel effortless. And as always, I have dear friend of mine, Lorena, for this episode as well. He's gonna collaborate with us today and helps us making weekend plans. Hola Lorena, bienvenido al podcast de hoy.
Hola Saumya, gracias por invitarme. Y es un placer estar aquí. Hola chicos, welcome back to our episode 4. For those of you who are back from episode 3, fantastico. Last episode, we talked about our families. And today, we are already ready to make plans with them or with our friends, and of course, with anyone we like. Today, we're going to learn ir, a plus infinitive, the near future in Spanish. And once you have this structure, you can talk about any plan, any intention, or any upcoming event. And so, one structure, unlimited possibilities, isn't it?
Rightly said, Lorena. This is genuinely exciting. And, chicos, we do not say that lightly. As experts, we know exactly which structures change everything for a language learner. And this structure is one of them. So, Lorena, should we tell them what is coming?
Sí, por supuesto. Of course.
Alright, so in episode 4, here is exactly what we cover. First, a real conversation between Lorena and me. We are two friends making weekend plans entirely in Spanish. You listen, you absorb, you listen for every time you hear voy a, vas a, or vamos a, because that structure is the star of today. And of course, before that, we provide you with the entire list of vocabulary that we'll need for this episode. Second, the grammar breakdown of ir plus a plus infinitive. Why it works, how to conjugate the verb, and how this one formula gives you the ability to talk about any future plan in Spanish immediately. Third, days of the week. The full list and crucially when to use el, and when to use los, because those two words make a significant difference in meaning. Fourth, the glitch. The single most common mistake with this structure, a missing letter that cost marks. And a cultural note about how Spanish people plan their weekends that will completely change your expectations if you ever visit Spain. And fifth, the fluency repeat and of course your homework. So, chicos, this is episode 4, and this is your first step into the Spanish future. ¿Preparados? Are you guys ready?
Sounds really exciting, Saumya. I cannot wait to start this episode. So let's give them vocabulary first so that we can start with our conversation. I'll say that in Spanish, and as always, Saumya will say that in English. El fin de semana.
The weekend.
El sábado. El domingo.
Saturday, Sunday.
Este fin de semana.
This weekend.
Ir a más infinitive.
Going to do something.
Quedar con.
To meet up with.
Tener ganas de.
To feel like or to want to.
¿Qué planes tienes?
What plans do you have?
¿Te apetece?
Do you feel like?
¡Qué buena idea!
What a great idea.
Quedamos aquí.
It's a plan. Agreed.
¿Te viene bien?
Does that work for you?
Todavía no sé.
I still don't know. Gracias, Lorena, for that. We really needed it. Now, chicos, Lorena and I are making plans for this weekend. Just two friends, totally natural conversation. Listen for every time you hear these words. Voy a, vas a, or vamos a. That is our grammar star today. Count how many times you hear it and just move your mouth and say it out loud as we do. So, ¿preparados?
Hola, nena. Pues, ¿cuánto tiempo que no te he visto?
Hola Lorena, ¿qué tal? Anda, qué alegría verte.
¿Y qué planes tienes para este fin de semana?
El sábado voy a quedar con mis amigos y vamos a ir al cine por la tarde. ¿Y tú?
El sábado por la mañana voy a hacer deporte. Por la tarde todavía no sé. Pero el domingo voy a comer con mi familia como siempre.
Ah, pues genial. Oye, ¿pero te apetece venir al cine con nosotros el sábado por la tarde?
Sí, pues me apetece mucho. ¿A qué hora quedamos?
Mira, podemos quedar a las 5 delante del cine. ¿Te viene bien?
Perfecto. A las 5 delante del cine. Quedamos así.
Perfecto. Vale, pues entonces voy a comprar las entradas online esta tarde para evitar la cola.
Genial, Saumya, qué buena idea. Tú siempre organizas todo perfectamente, ¿no?
Pues sí, así soy. Anda, besos.
Anda, chao, adiós.
Amazing. How wonderful was that? But chicos, you guys, did you understand something? ¿Entendisteis la conversación? Did you count how many times you heard voy a, vas a, or vamos a? The answer is 5. 5 times. One structure, 5 different future plans. Isn't it amazing? Well, Lorena, now let's go into the expert zone and break it all down for our listeners.
For sure, Saumya, I agree with you. Well, chicos, let's talk about the most exciting structure in today's episode. As Saumya said, it is ir plus a plus infinitive, the near future in Spanish. This is how Spanish speakers naturally and constantly talk about what they are going to do, what are the plans, and all the near future plans using the same structure. Not the formal future tense, though, that comes much later for you guys. This structure right now is what natives actually use in everyday conversation. Step 1. Conjugate ir, which is to go. So yo is voy, tú vas, él, ella, usted va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, only in Spain, ellos, ellas van. Step 2. Add the letter A in Spanish, always, without exception. Step 3. Add any infinitive verb, the infinitive verb that never changes, after a. Formula: ir, the conjugated form, plus a plus infinitive. Going to do something. The infinitive stays exactly the same regardless of who is doing the action. For example, voy a comer, I'm going to eat. Vas a comer, you are going to eat. Él va a comer, he is going to eat. Vamos a comer, we are going to eat. Comer never changes, as you have seen. Only the ir part changes. Now, in the conversation, we said, voy a quedar con mis amigos. I am going to meet my friends. Voy a hacer deporte. I'm going to do sports. ¿Qué vas a hacer este fin de semana? What are you going to do this weekend? Vamos a comer. We are going to eat.
Beautifully explained, Lorena. That was all our listeners needed. The beautiful thing about this structure is you already know infinitives from episode 1 to 3. Tener, querer, pedir, ser, ir, all infinitives. So you can already say voy a tener, voy a querer, voy a pedir, voy a ser, and now voy a ir. You have been building this structure without even knowing it. That is how language learning works at its best. And the formation, te apetece, do you feel like it? This is one of the most naturally Spanish ways to invite someone to do something. Most common in Spain than ¿quieres venir? In casual social situations. ¿Te apetece venir al cine? Do you feel like coming to the cinema? Use this phrase and you will instantly sound more native, more relaxed, more Spanish. For examples, ¿qué planes tienes? What plans do you have? ¿Te apetece plus infinitive? Do you feel like doing? Quedar con alguien, to meet up with someone. ¿A qué hora quedamos? What time shall we meet? ¿Te viene bien? Does that work for you? And more others that we have given you.
Now, chicos, let's talk about the days of the week. Los días de la semana. El lunes, Monday, el martes, Tuesday, el miércoles, Wednesday, el jueves, Thursday, el viernes, Friday, el sábado, Saturday, el domingo, Sunday. In Spanish, we always use el before a day to mean on that specific day. El sábado voy al cine. On Sunday, I'm going to the cinema. But we use los, to mean every week on that day. Los sábados voy al cine. Every Saturday, I go to the cinema. And crucially, days of the week are not capitalized in Spanish, unlike English. No capital L in lunes. No capital M in martes.
That's so correct. lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, el plus day on that specific day, this week or next week. For example, el sábado on Saturday or this coming Saturday. El domingo on Sunday or the coming Sunday. Los plus day. Every week on that day, habitual action. Los sábados, every Saturday. Los domingos, every Sunday. And remember, we do not capitalize the first letter of the days of the week. Now, the glitch. Episode 4's most common mistake. And this one is particularly easy to make, especially when you are speaking quickly and naturally. It is a single letter, one letter, but without it, the structure is grammatically incorrect. And as experts, we see it constantly. So listen carefully. Voy comprar las entradas. The A is missing. Grammatically incorrect. Vamos ir al cine. Again, missing A. The structure is broken. Va a hacer deporte. That is correct because the letter A is there. So no, without the A, the infinitive attaches directly to the verb ir, which creates a grammatical error. The A is the connector. It is not optional. So remember the rule. Ir plus a plus infinitive. 3 parts. Every single time, the A is non-negotiable. Memory trick. Think of A as the bridge between going and doing. Without the bridge, the sentence falls.
One more tip. When you practice the structure, say it as 3 different beats in your mind. Voy a comer. Going to eat. That little pause for the A in your internal rhythm will help you never forget it. Then gradually the 3 beats become one smooth phrase. This is fluency developing in real time. Also, in many countries, India, UK, Germany, weekend plans are made days or even weeks in advance. Calendars are checked, venues are booked, confirmations are sent. In Spain, a friend might send you a WhatsApp at 7 p.m. on Saturday evening saying, Salimos esta noche. Are we going out tonight? And that is completely normal. Not last minute, not inconsiderate, just Spanish.
And chicos, the culture of spontaneity is deep in Spanish social life. Quedamos sobre las 9. We will meet around 9, and it is very common. Sobre means around, not exactly 9, around 9, which might be 9:15, 9:30, or in some cases even 10. And that's the most important thing. Nobody minds it. Nobody sends a message at 9:02 saying or asking, "Where are you?" What matters in Spain is not the precision of the plan, it is the quality of the connection when you finally arrive. La conexión. The moment when you sit down together and the conversation begins. That is what social Spanish life is about. The time on the clock is secondary. And you know, Lorena, what I love about this cultural note? It connects directly to the language itself. For example, ¿Te apetece salir esta noche? Do you feel like going out tonight? The word apetece, from the verb apetecer, literally means to be appetizing, to appeal to you. So that means the Spanish invite you to do something by asking if it appeals to your appetite. Not your schedule, your appetite. That tells you everything about how they experience social life.
Saumya, that's so true. That's correct.
Now, chicos, fluency repeat of our episode 4, our most dynamic conversation between two of us, and all you need to do is shadow us, speak at the same time, listen for every voy a, vamos a as you say it. Feel the structure becoming part of you. So, vamos.
Hola, nena. Pues, ¿cuánto tiempo que no te he visto?
Hola Lorena, ¿qué tal? Anda, qué alegría verte.
¿Y qué planes tienes para este fin de semana?
El sábado voy a quedar con mis amigos y vamos a ir al cine por la tarde. ¿Y tú?
El sábado por la mañana voy a hacer deporte. Por la tarde todavía no sé. Ah, pero el domingo voy a comer con mi familia como siempre.
Ah, pues genial. Oye, ¿pero te apetece venir al cine con nosotros el sábado por la tarde?
Sí, pues me apetece mucho. ¿A qué hora quedamos?
Mira, podemos quedar a las 5 delante del cine. ¿Te viene bien?
Perfecto. A las 5 delante del cine. Quedamos así.
Perfecto. Vale, pues entonces voy a comprar las entradas online esta tarde para evitar la cola.
Genial, Saumya, qué buena idea. Tú siempre organizas todo perfectamente, ¿no?
Pues sí, así soy. Anda, besos.
Anda, chao, adiós.
Episode 4 is done. And what an episode this was. You know how a plus infinitive. You can talk about any plan, any intention, any upcoming event in Spanish using this one formula. This is genuinely powerful. This is a real step forward in your Spanish journey. Be proud of that. And your homework is waiting in the description and pinned comment below. 2 sentences, a plus infinitive, one day of the week. Drop it in the comments. We will read every single one and respond personally. No exceptions. Siempre. Always.
Chicos, episode 5 comes soon, and this time we will be at a place that we like the most, and that is la casa, the house. We would also be touching different cultural notes to it, so be prepared. And we'll see you in the next one.
So, ¿qué vas a hacer este fin de semana? Put that in the comment box. Till then, adios. And this weekend, make one plan in Spanish, even if it's just in your head. El sábado voy a dash. Finish that sentence. Fill in that blank. Every time you do, Spanish is becoming more natural to you. More you. Hasta el próximo episodio.